Hey guys, it's John ReelBlue Custom Rods and welcome back to the channel. So today what I thought I would do a video on is this is a kokanee rod build that I'm working on. Again, that's a kokanee rod build, landlocked salmon rod build that I'm doing. It's going to be a sharp looking build, I like to think. But what I wanted to talk about was this piece right here, my 4-end grip. So this is a carbon CFX carbon grip, right? You can see it's got a little bit of the white kind of foamy stuff from the inside. My reel seat's already attached, but when I slide this down, what I would like to point out to you guys, and let me go ahead and grab this toothpick here, is this part right here. And you see that, you see that right there. When I rotate this around, you can see some unevenness on that carbon there. And it tends to just swell up a little bit, right? So what I want to show you about that, if I take this off of the rod really quick, and we go back here and look at this, right? You can see that edge right there. And that what happens is if I don't address that edge, right, you can see how that toothpick is caught on there, right? So if I don't address this rough edge, and if I look at it this way, you can kind of see that lip there again. If I don't address that, then what's going to happen is when I go to, I add this on, let's say I don't address this, I add it onto the rod, and then now I want to slide down a winding check on top of that. If I don't address that, that winding check is going to sit crooked because this one here, there really is no lip on this side, but over here, there's a lip. So it would sit crooked, and you see that gap that's created between the toothpick and that right there. So then what ends up happening is your winding check is now sitting up higher and may not go down all the way to the top of the handle, depending on what type of winding check if you're working with. If you're working with kind of a rubber, if you're working with like a rubber winding check, I'll just grab one as an example. But if you're, let's say you're working with like a silicone or rubber winding check like this, right? You might get away with that. You might. And for this one, if I was just going to use this one on here, it'd be close. I might get away with that because the way the bottom is made, it kind of sits over that lip, right? But if I was using something like an aluminum winding check, like this one here, if I can get it out of the bag, if I was using a winding check like this, right, I'm going to have some problems because it's going to sit up higher than what the reel seat really is, or excuse me, what the handle really is. So it's going to sit up higher than that. There's a gap there, trust me. There is a gap there. So I want to take care of that. So now that I pointed that out to you, what is my option for taking care of that? Well, I mean, it's pretty easy. I think it's pretty obvious as well. It's just sandpaper. And if you're new to the channel, first of all, if you're new to the channel, welcome to the channel. Thanks for joining. I hope you find the video useful. I hope you're able to get a lot out of it. So what I like to use is just some 220 grit sandpaper. And I like this. It's kind of rubberized on the back. And this tends to work pretty good for me. This one is not so good. I can throw that one away. But all I do is lay that out on the table and then just spin this around. Now, you have to remember part of that was kind of already even and part wasn't. So I just want to make sure I'm sanding that down. And anytime you're working with carbon and you're sanding stuff down, make sure you're wearing the appropriate PPE, or do not blow on it. Use a room where there's no wind, and you do not want to inhale that stuff. All right, so now I'm just going to come back here. I'm just going to clean that up a little bit, I think. And I'm going to take a look at that again. And you can see just by cleaning it up, although it was a little dull, I just cleaned it right up, right? So I think I need to knock a little bit more down on this side here. I'm just looking to see, make sure it's not that right there. All right, and then we're just gonna get rid of that carbon. And you can see how it's kind of dull. And then again, that's all I'm doing is taking my shop towel and I'm just rubbing that down, and that'll clean it right up, man. And then we should be good to go. So I can go back and I can pull out my winding check. I can come back right on top and make sure that I'm going to get a good, clean fit all the way around there, because I do not want a gap. Or if I have a little tiny gap, I would probably be okay with that, as long as that's going to get filled in by paste and you're not going to be able to see it and get a good seal. But that is how I go about taking care of. And then now you can see I don't have really any edge on there that would catch or keep any type of winding check from getting a good full contact on the top. So I hope that helps, guys. Let me know down in the comments block what you think. Oh, and before I go, you can see I have that here on the bottom, right? I've got that raised edge, but I don't care about this bottom part because this bottom part fits essentially inside of the top of the reel seat. So the reel seat will actually come over part of that. So I'm okay with that. So I will still have a good clean fit when this goes on. If I was not going to have a good clean fit, then I would just repeat the same process that I did here to knock this down. So I hope that helps. Let me know what you guys think in the comments block. Again, welcome to the channel if you're first time being here. And hope to see you guys next time. Make sure you watch this next video here. Take care, guys. Talk to you later. Bye.